Alright, I just finished, finally, the furnace. I put the gas line up here, goes outside, and I'll show you that in a sec. And over here, oh yeah, I put the vent registers here and here for this room. And there's the piping, furnace. Put a shut off here too for safety. The power supply, the 12-volt power supply, is up there on the shelf. I put a switch here to shut the electricity off for the furnace. I moved the thermostat on the other side of the wall because I figured the air is blowing this way, and having it anywhere else would probably be in the stream, and I can't put it in this room because I don't. This is going to be the inaccurate room in terms of temperature control because I intentionally don't have any ducts dumping heat into here. I figured there's enough of leakage around all of these areas around the collars and stuff, and this is a gym, so it doesn't really, I don't spend a ton of time here, and when I do, I'm working out, so it doesn't matter. I got the pipes here. And then over here, yeah, it goes through there, and over there. And in the room over here, I got one of the ducts up in the corner, and the other one right there. So, should be good. It's not too loud. It won't turn on right now because there's no gas, but the blower will run for a while. And then once it sensed the fact that it's not turning on, the burner's not turning on, it eventually shuts off. But anyway, got that done. I didn't even have a chance. I got my welder in, helmet, spring compressor, working on a bunch of other things. It's just been non-stop. Oh yeah, my welding gloves and masks and a whole bunch of other stuff. And then outside, I hope I have enough. It's right here. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to use one of those, well, I'm not going to use one of these, but I'm going to get the same size 120 gallon tank. I'll put it up, I'll build something up here to get it up a little bit higher so I don't have to increase the length of this. And then I'll have the propane company just tie it in and check it for leaks, but it should be good. Over here, I did the exhaust system, and I just put the screens on earlier today. So that's the exhaust for it. Intake is the top, exhaust is the bottom. Oop. So that should be good. Ton of work. I mean a ton. Ridiculous. The mini split does a decent job when it's not too cold, but once it gets 20, forget it. If it gets down to 20 and I just want to heat this one room, no problem. But to heat the whole thing, it's very difficult. And I have been using the old blower system from the air conditioner. And I just put this piece of cardboard on it. And it essentially directs the exhaust or the heated air or cold air coming out of here back into the ductwork, and then it gets pushed through the ducts in the ceiling. It does actually work, but the colder it gets, the less effective it is. So I just don't want to go through what I went through the last 2 years, which is pretty much impossible to work in this room, especially when you're working with chemicals or paint. Nothing dries properly. It's just not going to work. So I threw out, as it is, I threw out a ton of paints and stains and wood glue because it was ruined by the temperature. So I'll set the temperature in here till about 50 degrees when I'm not in here. And then I'll have it come up higher when I'm working in here. And this is a fully programmable thermostat. This is the one I bought originally for... Actually, I'm not even sure why I got it. I got it for something. It wasn't for that. It was before I had the mini split. But I can program this one for, I think it's 3 or 4 changes within a 24-hour period. And it does Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday as well. So I could program it every day at whatever, 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 in the morning to come up and get the heat up and get it up to temperature in here so it's comfortable. So the moment of truth is when I have the propane company come by, they're going to inspect this. So I hope it passes inspection. But I just barely made it with a 40-foot hose. It's a stainless steel hose. Like I said, I put a valve in here and I put that little 18-inch pigtail so I could get some type of valve in between the heater unit and the main hose. The one thing that's going to make this a little bit more difficult is if I do have to remove this thing, I have to remove it from the inside, which means I have to disconnect the wiring from over here, pull this out, and then slide the whole unit out. Hopefully I won't have to do anything with the exhaust port, because the exhaust port outside overlaps the piping on the furnace itself. That's for safety, but it's designed to be pulled out from the outside. But I'm not going to do that because it's just another expense to buy the door and all the unit when I don't need it. All I got to do is be able to, you know, take it out from here. So anyway, all right, I think that's good enough.